Marcouche?
Hey, salut, salut. Hi.
Oh, you look like what was his name? Was it Elmo? Where is Elmo? No, was or what, Elmo? What was his name? Elmo?
Elmo.
No, where? Oh no, it's not Elmo.
Elmo's from Sesame Street.
No, no, no. Velmo, I think. No, fuck. What was the name? Valdo. No.
Ah, Charlie. Val.
Yeah,
Yeah, Val the Charlie. Yes, I know.
yeah. Where is Valdo?
Where is Val? Yes.
Yeah, you look like Valdo. With the glasses and the stripe. Yeah, you look like Valdo. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Well,
Wonderful! I just found you a new nickname. Every
Valdo.
time when, every time when you're on the call, please adjust your name accordingly to
Okay.
Valdo. It's an upgrade from Activision. So how are we looking? How are you doing?
Uh, Things are starting to be a bit quiet in my job. The problem I have,
Okay.
yeah, is because I had this big project and no time to work on the agency. But I think actually after the 28th, February 28th, I will start to code call again
Okay.
intensely during my work time at home.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, it's been really, really hard to in this project for me.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But then, do you have anything specific you will want to go over? Is it just that you just want
No,
to talk? You just want to just discuss things, or like, do you have any specific questions?
yeah, I haven't actually how can I say? I haven't practiced my presentation since the like our
Yeah.
last time we saw each other, but the the sales training with Ismael, it's because most of the time I do it at midday for me in my at
Mm-hmm.
home. So it's more about the mindset and how to, just make like negative report, these kind of things, which it for me right now is like more important, like just to
Mm-hmm.
understand how can I make the open questions
Yeah.
and yeah, just practicing with the other people in the room.
Yeah.
But it's hard. I have to tell you, it's just change the mindset and say like things that maybe the prospect doesn't want to hear, and
Yeah.
I'm being hard with them. But about the presentation, actually, he saw my presentation. Um, the one of the last sales training we had, I sent my presentation and he passed through it. He said it was
Okay.
good, like the design, it really corresponded to my prospects, like
Yeah.
real estate. But the thing was like every single you have said that to me too. Every single slide I need to make the prospect understand that it
Yeah.
will bring them money, which on the video we saw, the first sales call I had,
Mm-hmm.
there was some of these slides that I just skipped because I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, that so he made the presentation like explaining every single slide and always linking with this will bring you money. This will bring, like the.
Yes.
I think I have to make a new just the exercise of bringing it, like the money always on the
Yeah.
table of discussion with the client.
Yeah, well then, let's just do it this way. Just share your screen with me
Yep.
and just walk me through your presentation.
Okay, just let me open it. So
Just walk me through it as if I will be your prospect.
okay.
And just think of any data you can put into perspective from what you could have taken from discovery part.
Okay. So like my agency, which it specializes in helping. Okay, no, I will start it again. Do I have to say like welcome to this presentation? How do you want me to do? Like,
No, just put yourself in a perspective where you are in the part of the call where you just walk someone through the perspective, through the presentation.
okay. Um, Creative Fuse were agency specialized in branded ROI. We help real estate agents grow their business and become the go-to name in this industry. Um, our our strategy is basically to deliver 3 times the.
Okay, stop.
Mm,
Too much like don't think, just do. Because currently you're trying to think, and every time when you think, you make the sound. Either think in silence or just speak.
Um, the 3 pillars we work to make our clients scale their.
Okay, stop. There's not a word. Try again.
The 3 pillars we use to make our clients scale their business is the first one, ROI. So we ensure that every dollar invested yields a minimal return of 3 times.
Is not a word. Is not a word.
Number 2, full brand identity. So everyone in your seat recognizes you for the right reasons. We want to make you.
Okay, stop. Just take a deep breath and calm the fuck down. You're not even speaking to a prospect. If you want to, maybe if it's gonna make it easier, maybe speak to Mr. Long Ching Chang Chong. That came too late.
Traffic's bad.
I'm in Dubai. I know traffic is fucking terrible. Sometimes it's very bad. Just get a helicopter. Just joking. Teasing. Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Just
You can read it to me.
Oh,
yeah, but just wait a second. Just calm down and understand. You can just literally present it in a more interesting way, where you can just literally be like, "Look, fundamentally speaking, Kingston, creative fuse has three main pillars. The first one is the ROI that just simply allows us to ensure that every single dollar invested yields a minimum return of 3x. I'm gonna also walk you through the ROI breakdown later down the line. Then the second pillar is full brand identity, which basically means that everyone in your city will be able to recognize you for what is it that you're actually doing. And whenever there is going to be anyone that will think of buying or selling a house, they will think about Kingston. And then the last pillar is 10x database. What I mean by this is, you said, for example, at the beginning of the call, you have a database of 11,000 people and you don't really know how to interact with them. You don't really know how to get back to them, correct?
Right.
So this is also something we will simply help you with. Not only this will save you time, but we will also take care of just reactivating them, warming them up, and also forwarding them to you. So no one else that will ever be engaged with you will get lost. Does that make sense? Or do you have any questions to any of the pillars?
It makes sense, but how will you react? How will you interact with our database?
I'm more than happy to show you that in a second also, where I'm gonna just walk you through the full retargeting 365. So it's gonna make more sense in a second. I'm just gonna move forward. In case this question will reoccur again, you can just ask it. You can just interrupt me, okay?
Sure.
Do you see the difference in delivery?
yeah.
Just swallow whatever is currently in your throat that is just constantly blocking you from speaking. Either take a deep breath or understand that there is nothing complicated about it. Like, it's just three pillars. And as a matter of fact, you have it on the screen, or you can utilize whatever you have on the screen and explain it in your own words. If you are too stressed to do it with me, try with Mr. Long, Jing Chang Chong.
Okay. So I'm gonna just pass this. One of the ways we do it is through geotarget branding, which
So what the fuck are we looking at? Because you're still at the pillars and you're mentioning geotargeting.
I don't know, but because here in my screen says your screen sharing is paused, and I try to resume, but it doesn't go. Just what
Just
do you
stop
see?
sharing, reshare again.
Okay.
Because we can only see the pillars. And besides, don't move to the next slide if you have not mastered one slide. Just let's do it slide by slide.
Okay.
Because I told you you're bad at the first slide, you moved to the second one. You were bad at the second one. I told you how to do it, and you just skipped to the third one. So let's do it slide by slide.
Yeah.
Kickstone, in case you're wondering, Marcus didn't really had any questions. However, Ismael looked at his presentation. He said it looks very good, but he's struggling to actually understand how to present it in a manner where he can also combine information from discovery part.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I
Thank you.
cannot share anymore. Fuck. Wait.
Okay, while he's trying to, pretend that he's actually doing something. Do you have any questions, Kingston?
What should I ask you a question about? What's a good question I should ask you?
When can I send you my gold piggy? That's a good question. I can even give you a US address.
My mate, my grandma. That's like one of the last things my grandpa gave to me.
I know,
Before he
and I
died
will
of
put it in
cancer.
a safe.
Before he died of.
See, my mom as well. My mom as well. We have so much in
Okay.
common. I will put the
Right.
piggy in a safe in Switzerland.
Right. Do I ever get to see it again?
I can send you pictures from time to time. I will send you a picture from the piggy in the Lambo.
Right.
I will send you a picture from the piggy on a yacht. I will send you the picture from a piggy with some bitches.
It's pretty heavy. I don't think you can carry it.
What do you mean? How much is the weight?
It's pretty heavy.
Like I saw it's big, but I don't know how big it is.
Oh, your head's pretty big. Probably like a little
Fuck
bigger
you!
than
What the fuck do you mean? My head is pretty
Hey, hey, you say ching chong, I say that.
big.
I could
You
say
know,
that.
there is a lot of brain in it. That's why.
Yeah. Well, depends how much money you have. Anyways,
I'm not gonna pay for the piggy. I take it as a
now
gift.
how much money you can put in the piggy bank. That's how heavy it is.
Depends on what currency. I can put rupees in there. A lot of rupees. Millions of rupees.
Okay. Do you wanna explain the pillars to me? Actually, what are these pillars?
This
That's
is the sales presentation for branding.
No, I'm asking him. Can you explain them to me?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the foundation of our system.
Okay.
ROI. So we ensure that every dollar you invest is designed to yield at least 3 times the return, whether
Okay.
it's through leads, branding. We focus on measurable results, full brand identity. So we want you to become the agents everyone knows in your city.
M is not a word, Marcus.
Kind of. Whether they are
Okay.
buying, selling, referring, your name will be top of mind. And
Okay, but how do you do that?
using strategies to brand, like design your logo. Fuck, I don't know.
Like at this point, you're fucking up. You can literally deflect the question by saying, "Things I'm more than happy to walk you through the whole process. This is just the beginning."
Okay.
So is it fine if I just show you more, and in case you're gonna have the same question, I'd be more than happy to just re-explain.
Okay. Object handling at the beginning. I say, wait a minute.
No, it's just deflecting the question because that's not an objection. He just has not seen the process yet because you're in the middle of explaining the process.
Yeah.
The presentation is 13 slides for a reason.
Mhm.
Okay, but how do you do that?
We walk you through the process. Once I go further, I will just like show you overview, and then I will I will split these 3 pillars so you can understand each one of them. Is that okay?
Okay. Sure.
Okay,
Sure, yeah,
good.
go on.
So the third one, 10 times database growth. So building a strong client database, which is one of the ways that we are going to grow your leads exponentially, collect information from them, and act regardless their their timeline to buy. That's pretty much it. So, sorry. Geotargeting is one of the ways we use to make.
Stop for a second. Valdo, can you do one thing for me? Can you stand
Yes.
up? Can you jump around a couple of times? Because you sound like you're dead.
Jump.
Yes, I want your blood circulation to move around because you sound like you're fucking dead.
Okay.
Like I'm falling asleep while talking to you, and it's not because it's 3 a.m. because I normally go to sleep at 6 a.m. Just jump around or run through your apartment. I don't care. Come back to us in a second.
Okay.
And please put some fucking pants on.
I am using pants on. You haven't seen? So with geo-targeting branding, we help you hyper-focus your advertising efforts on a specific areas of your city that you want to dominate.
Okay.
We analyze the local marketing with like
Hey,
and
stop. You can literally just say something like, Kingston, let's say you're in fucking Florida. Let's say Miami.
Mm.
Look, Kingston, fundamentally speaking, obviously this is not this is not the best map of Miami you have ever seen. Not unless it serves its purpose. Because fundamentally speaking, what I wanted to tell you is that we are doing geo-targeted branding. What that means is we're going to analyze the market in Miami that you're located in. We are also going to be able to simply target the specific areas that you want to be active in and that you want to be recognizable in. That will simply allow us to get targeted leads coming from those areas. And it will also allow us to just simply show content, the whole content to people in those areas. So if you're gonna go grocery shopping in those areas, wonderful, people are gonna recognize you.
Okay.
If you're gonna go to a ghetto, no one will know that you have money.
Okay. So you're able to choose where and who we advertise to?
Yes.
Okay.
You can pick red uses.
Makes sense.
Does that make sense, Waldo?
yes. So with geo-targeting, we ensure that you will be seen just for the public you are interested in selling homes and the neighborhood.
It's not a word.
Yeah. What does geo-targeting mean?
It's based on the location, the location you are. If you were specialized in a neighborhood in your city, only people in those areas will see your ads. This strategy not only saves you money, but also builds your reputation as a local real estate agent.
Oh, okay. And what is this? Do
You
I choose it or is it AI
you
or?
you no, you can literally Valdo, you can literally just say to him, look, dependent obviously what kind of listings you're dealing with, we are also going to analyze the income in those specific areas to assure ourselves that leads that are going to come to you are going to have the financial capacity to even deal with the listings that you're actually handling.
Okay.
Because he's not asking you how does it work, he just wants to understand how does it work for him.
Okay.
Like why is it relevant for him that you can, let's say pick a radius. And if you're going to formulate it that way, he will also not ask you the question, oh, but am I picking this? Is this AI? How does that work? But granted, if he still asks you that, you can simply say, look, by the end of the day, you can tell you which areas you want to be recognizable in. However, I will also just simply adjust it based on just the listing pricing you're dealing with. Because as a matter of fact, you said you're dealing more with the luxurious real estate, yes? So your average listing price is 750,000. Obviously, not everyone in the city is able to, pay for it. It's not able to simply afford it. So we will just target the places where we know that people have the finances to put in something like that.
Okay. So actually, instead of okay, sorry. So instead of showing your ads,
It's not a word.
yes. Instead of showing your ads for everyone in the city, people that are not qualified leads, we ensure that your ads are only shown for those who are ready to buy or sell any specific area you want to target. So if you like you said, you were more in like luxury properties, we're gonna show for people who have specific behaviors. And in the next slide, I will explain about the pixel tracking, but it's not AI as you said, but more about the behaviors you have through, and we are able to see that through pixel tracking.
Okay.
So here,
Makes sense.
here you see some examples of the ad campaigns. Yeah. These are some examples of what we can. Yeah, I really have a problem with this slide. I don't know what to say in ad campaign.
Oh,
Like,
simply. On the side note, here is a presentation of the ads we will, for example, run for you. Obviously, you can adjust. We can also make some of them with your face. However, from our experience, from our expertise, these are the ads that are just bringing us the most interesting peoples. There is not much you need to say here.
Okay.
Like you can literally just say, look, this is just a showcase of what kind of ads we will be running.
Okay.
Especially due to the fact that we can simply adjust it to the listing that you are dealing with. So let's say if you're actually dealing with more luxurious real estate, we will obviously focus ourselves on just utilizing the pictures of more luxurious real estate that will then be streamlined towards your profile and allow us to actually interact with people that are interested in those kind of estates.
Okay. So this is an overview of the campaigns we can run for you. They are just examples, but you can target them according to the neighborhood you are working in, and selling depending on the properties you have listed. Oh, pixel tracking. That's
Okay,
how.
is not a word. That's first thing. Second of all, what I will do is start by saying, when it comes to pixel tracking, Kingston, are you familiar with pixel? Because then if he says yes, you can say wonderful. Then let me just explain to you why we are using it. Or if he says no, not an issue at all. That's why I'm here. So look, pixel per definition, and then you can just literally read what's on the screen.
Okay.
What it does is it helps with tracking. And the reason why we are using this is two.
Okay. Well, when it comes to pixel tracking,
Amazon the word.
when it comes to pixel tracking, that's the core of this strategy of retargeting and branded ROI. The definition of a pixel is pixel. Actually, do you know what it is? Fuck.
No.
Okay, so pixel is a small piece of code installed on a website or a funnel that tracks user interactions. This data helps us to understand your audience better and refine your campaigns. So you can have the campaigns can have a maximum impact. It will help the retargeting. So we show ads to previous site visitors to remind them of properties and encourage contact. We show the ads to people who have already interacted with your website, social media, and they are ready to convert.
Mm-hmm.
We target users based on behaviors. That's the customer audiences. So such as searching for homes or showing interesting luxury properties, and lookalike audiences. This will broaden your reach by finding prospects who share similar traits with your current clients. Not specifically that they are searching for homes at the moment, but if they have similar behaviors, it can be pushed for them too.
Okay.
Retargeting.
Marcus,
Yes.
go jump around.
No, I'm okay.
Then start, I don't know, using your voice.
Here's how we...
Have you ever read your own presentation? Like, have you read through it?
If I have what?
Have you been reading your own presentation?
No.
Maybe that's why. Every slide that comes, you seem surprised to see it. Your reaction is as if you will see it the first time.
Actually, I'm trying to make it less robotic. I mean, I'm selling something that, you know, like I know how to work, but I haven't seen it practically, you know, like in practice. So that's...
Yes, but that doesn't really matter because currently you need to showcase your service. You're not even selling it because you're currently walking him through the whole process so he can understand it.
Okay.
And you seem surprised to see it. Like, even when you step into the slide, it should be as smooth as full retargeting 365. Kingston, what do you think, or like what comes to your mind when you hear retargeting?
I don't know.
Okay, absolutely fine. Look, did you had any situations where either per phone, per Instagram, any other social media, where someone interacted with you, have shown interest, and then you just lost contact with him? Or you remember, let's say, after 1 or 2 weeks, you know, that you spoke to, let's say, Mike, wanted to buy one of the properties, was super excited, and you just somehow lost his number. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it's a huge issue all the time.
Exactly. So what we will do, obviously, one of the pillars, as I said, is 10x database. So we will assure ourselves that that will never happen. As a matter of fact, we will just simply remind you to contact one of those individuals, or we will even do it for you and just simply redirect them your way. But then besides that, what we are doing is assuring ourselves that anyone who interacts with your profile that is showing interest will see that you are the #1 agent in your area. So not only we will just basically build you in a way where you can actually show your expertise, you can show that you're on top of, pardon my language, your shit, and that you're doing a lot of your business. But on top of it, we will obviously do content retargeting, which means whenever someone is going to see your content, believe me, you will always be on their For You page. Besides that, SMS campaigns where all the leads will be added to our SMS campaign, independent if they are new or old. Because if you say, hey, I have a huge database of people I'm not able to reactivate, cool, you have already tried. Like, do we both agree you have failed on that side? Like, I'm not judging, I'm just connecting the dots.
Could be better.
Yeah, so we will just reactivate them through SMS, through email, and then once they actually show any interest, let's say they're gonna download any freebies that we're gonna create, like, you know, a PDF document, just showing something about the area that they were interested in, or even just notifying them about the last homes that they were interested that have been sold. Then our ICAs, which are internal sales agents, are they gonna take care of the qualification prospect. So we actually can, when we're gonna send someone your way, be sure that the person is actually interested and now ready to buy or sell.
Yeah. Just another note on what Marcus said. Like, it feels more robotic when you're kind of like learning. It feels like you're learning with me whenever it's on the presentation. Like when you're trying to think of what to say, it takes longer and it feels more robotic than, you know, if you did read through the slides, like Ernest said.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, if you want to, just take 5 minutes, read every single page of the slide, because you need to understand, I'm just looking at your slide, I'm just reading it, but I also present it. Because Kingston has eyes, he can read, but then you want him to be guided by you.
Okay.
Because based on what you're gonna say, based on what you're gonna mention, based on the words you're gonna utilize, he's gonna look at that part of the presentation.
I think, yeah, but the problem is when I'm presenting and I want to give real examples of how it works, that's what I'm not being able to like make the links, between the presentation and the real examples that he could understand better.
Yeah, because you're trying to think of what to say. You can't do two at
Yes.
once.
And you're also not like, you need to understand, even if you want to show the ICA qualification, wonderful. That's slide number, I think 9 or 11, if I'm not mistaken. Email campaigns, I can show you the whole fucking go high level campaign, but it's too long to be showed. The same goes for SMS. And content retargeting, this is something you should be familiar with because you're using Instagram. So whenever you like someone's picture, whenever you see an ad and you interact with it, you just simply see these people over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, if you want to, you can literally give an example. Content retargeting. Kingston, let me ask you one question. You have a wife. Are you familiar with the phenomenon where, let's say, your wife was for a short moment on your Instagram, she saw a cute top, she clicked on the link, and now the only thing you see on your feed is just some tops or some dresses or some rings?
Sure.
This is literally what we're gonna do, but with your face and with your expertise. So whenever someone is gonna interact with your content, we will assure ourselves that this person is gonna be retargeted constantly with your new content and also the old one. So whenever someone sees you once, they're gonna see you 100 times.
Do I have to use my face?
Not necessarily. Like obviously it will be better because by the end of the day, what are you selling with?
I see.
Like I assume you are taking face-to-face meetings, correct?
Yeah.
Then if that's not an issue, I would strongly recommend you just going with your face. But in the worst case, we can also replace it.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it make sense, Waldo?
Yeah.
I think the only issue for you, Marcus, is just preparation. Because you saying is not the problem. You're only saying because you doesn't sound like you
I'm
know
thinking,
it too well. Yeah.
Yes.
So just
But that's
have something
literally
in mind.
it will be so much better if you don't think, you just do, and we just correct what comes out of your mouth. Because every time when you're trying to present it, you're just thinking about what to say next, and because of it, you're just stumbling over your own words.
Yeah.
Stumbling? Was that a word?
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is that sound? Is my camera about to fucking explode or something? Give me 1 second, guys. No, what? Never mind.
Do you want to show me
Marcus,
the
do you
next
want to
slide?
try again?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So here's how we keep leads engaged and moving through your funnel by content retargeting. So leads that express interest that will have pixels installed, enabling us to retarget them effectively. SMS campaigns, all leads will be added on SMS campaigns, allowing us to connect them directly with you. Email campaigns, also through email, and SIA qualification. Our agents will reach out those qualified leads and arrange a face-to-face meeting with you directly. Oops. So here's some of the examples of the content we can create for you. Some strategies of static posts and videos that can be used. And the growth filter. So creating campaigns that attract the prospects you desire, prospects that are qualified. We ensure that your audience perceives you as genuine, engaged, and invested in what you do. That's your brand. after all. We will connect with the leads from through messages, likes, and comments, and pre-qualify them.
Okay, Waldo, I have homework for you.
Yes.
Have you scheduled a call for tomorrow?
Yes.
Wonderful. Please read your presentation before you hop on the call.
Okay.
And I want you to read it multiple times. Because whenever you say something, you sound like you have a stick in your ass. Because you're trying to find where is it on the screen. It doesn't feel smooth. Because I'm gonna give you an example, yes? So Kingston, growth filter. Doesn't ring a bell when I say anything about it, correct?
Correct.
Wonderful. Look, fundamentally speaking, it is basically divided into 4 different stages. The first stage will be the traffic, because obviously without the traffic, anything we will build will just simply not work. I think that this is pretty self-explanatory. We just simply will create the campaigns that I also showed you, yes, that will simply allow us to attract the prospects that are just gonna be then funneled toward the content that we are creating with you. Then, speaking about the content, we will just simply ensure ourselves that your audience perceives you as genuine, engaged, genuinely invested in what is that you're doing, because obviously you're going to be on top of your business, you're going to chat with people, you're going to spring out very good content. So it generally seems like you know what is it that you're doing. And thanks to us, it seems like you're also on top of everything that you do in your life. Then when it comes to interaction, we will connect with all leads from messages, likes, comments, and pre-qualify them for you. So whenever someone's actually going to be forwarded to you, it's not going to be a time waster. And then reactivation aspect. So we deliver value and re-engage all the leads through social media, SMS, and email, whenever it's the old database that you have or the new database that we're going to create with you throughout the time. Any questions about the filter? Don't worry, it's not a vacuum filter.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. How much is this all gonna cost though?
I'm more than happy to discuss the pricing with you where I'm actually done with showing you the process, because I'm not done yet.
Sure.
And then we just move. Do you want to try this slide?
Yep. So this is example of a content calendar that we can use to make sure that every day we're communicating and staying top of mind to those who are interested at your listings. That's pretty much it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude.
Do you understand that this is stories?
Yes, the content.
But you said
a calendar. I gave it as an example of content calendar.
Yes, but then that's fine. But even if you say that, then walk them through the examples so they can understand. As an example, look, Kingston, fundamentally speaking, as an example, Monday, we will simply just run some CTA videos, like find your dream house, then you can showcase any of the listings that you're currently having available. And let's say on Wednesday, we just simply will showcase client testimonials, because I assume, taking into consideration, you said you have sold 52 houses last year, and you have been in this space for 6 months, for 6 years, you have a lot of testimonials. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then what do you do on weekends? Do you spend time with your wife, or do you also do open houses from time to time?
Sometimes open houses, but mainly just time with my family, my kids.
Okay, cool. But then let's say one of the weekends, we will just simply schedule that, we always will do open houses. Then we can just simply run a face-to-face invitation to those open houses, so we can be sure that everyone that is actually going on your profile knows, hey, Kingston is actually having an open house for one of the houses that they may be interested in. So there is not going to be any more situations where you're running an open house and there is going to be one person showing up. Then I don't know if that scenario happened to you. I know that there are some realtors who that happens to.
Okay. Okay.
Because Marcus, there is a reason why you have the schedule. Because yes, they can look at the pictures, but it's not gonna like. Sure, I see pictures, whatever. And like, what does CTA video mean? What does face-to-face invitation mean for what? Like there is like you can literally walk them through it. Your purpose in showing the presentation is to walk them through the presentation.
So we make sure that every day you are communicating, staying top of mind. We have some strategies to talk to those audiences on every day. So for example, Monday, we do CTA videos like how to find your dream house, or, you know, some education content. If you don't have a listing, for example. Wednesday, client testimonials. So people can build trust. And also on Friday, we make face-to-face invites for open houses, for example, for the weekend. Is this okay? Do you have any questions?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? Is this okay?
I asked, is this okay? Do you have any questions?
Sure. Yeah. Just one, and I don't mean to offend you, Marcus. Have you done this before?
Like, what do you mean?
Do you have any active clients I could speak with?
Yeah, I do have some clients.
Could you give me their number?
Unfortunately, I can't. I have signed a NDA
Okay.
or whatever.
You're also a little bit retarded.
Tell
It
me.
was a tricky question where you can just simply answer absolutely. But what do you want to speak to them about?
Okay.
Because I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, Kingston. Do you consider yourself smart?
No, I've just heard that objection before.
No. But I'm playing along.
Yeah. Sure.
Let me ask you one thing. Do you consider yourself smart, Kingston?
Who doesn't? Sure.
Wonderful. Then I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. Yes, I have active clients. I'm not going to be able to provide you any contact details with them because obviously there are various NDAs in place, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. However, since you're considering yourself smart, do we both agree you will be able to go, for example, to their profiles, look at their profiles, even at the Facebook ad library, and recreate what is it that they are doing? Yes, it will not provide you the same results as if, for example, you will be working with me, but they are still going to be better than the current situation you're currently in. Correct?
Okay.
So shall we move on, or are you just going to interrupt me and ask basically irrelevant questions?
Okay, let's move on.
There is a reason why he's biting you. Just kick him back.
Okay.
And the only reason why he will ask you in the middle of the presentation this is because you don't sound confident in what is that you're doing.
I'm completely
So he's
aware.
basically a dick in this context.
Yeah, I'm completely aware of it.
Yeah, it's because I wanted the piggy, but still working on it. I'm working on it. I like how every time when I mention it, he looks at the piggy. The piggy is on a glass tower in the middle of his room. I have good memory, Kingston.
Sure. Okay. Qualification management.
When it comes to qualification management, we that's the way we qualify the leads for you. So we can bring them with the labels, budget range, for example, if they are ready to make a move, if they are pre-approved by the bank for a mortgage.
Okay.
Oh.
No?
Are you a bank institution?
No, but if they talk and they say, yes, I'm pre-approved, I can then
Well,
label them. No?
very thin eyes. Like I can also tell you I have a credit of 15,000 or 15 million. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Yes, you can mention the labels. That's absolutely something you should do. I would probably not go into the direction of pre-mortgage approvals.
Okay, good. Well, if they are interested in a specific kind of properties or a specific neighborhood, and we can categorize them in those labels. So it's easier for you to have qualified leads, and if you help, and then it's up, no, sorry. It will help them for us to qualify them for you. And then all you have to do is to book a face-to-face meeting or a visit. Is it? I think that's what else I can.
You could either do it this way or you could say, Kingston, do you remember when I mentioned to you ISA qualification as one part of the full retargeting? So this is basically a qualification management example where you can clearly see how it works. We have a simple chat. We just simply, chat in your name, qualify them through the conversation. Obviously, people may respond to your stories, people may respond to your posts, they may like your post, they will just simply, leave some comments so we can obviously chat with them. And then throughout the conversation, our goal is just simply gonna be to find out what is it they're looking for. Are there buyers? Are they selling? What is the price range that they're working in? Are they, for example, pre-approved or stuff like that? And then we will also label them based on that. So as an example, if let's say there will be 5 people in a price range of, let's say, 250,000 to 500,000 with a specific interest of 3-bedroom apartment, we will literally leave them labeled as such. And whenever you're going to get a listing that is going to fit in those criteria, we can literally target 5, 10, 15, 200 people with the same listing, assuring that this listing is actually going to get sold. Does that make sense for you?
Yep, makes sense.
Marcus, there is a reason why you can create labels.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have pre-made labels. You can create labels in whatever you want. And then you have literally like a whole list of labels you can click on. Okay, guys, do you have any more questions? Marcus, your homework, read through your presentation. We're gonna try tomorrow again.
Tomorrow
Do you
I'm
have
at
any questions?
midday actually for me, so it's not the same time. It's only on Tuesday that I came at this time, because otherwise I will be in the midday at my time zone. So probably it will be with Ismael.
That's absolutely fine. You can also still ask Ismael if you can go through presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I understand if you're gonna present it the same way as you presented it with me, he's gonna blame you. Like, he's gonna flame you. He will remove the stick in your ass.
Yeah, I know.
Ernest, do you sleep at 6 on purpose? Is Ishmael forcing you to do that?
What? No, there is morning prayer at 5:30.
Morning prayer 5:30.
Yeah.
So when do you sleep?
From like 6 to 10.
In the morning?
Yes.
You can run on
I
that?
have blackout curtains in my penthouse.
You can run on 4 hours?
Yes. Yeah, you need to
That's all I'd
understand,
ask.
if you work the amount of hours I work, once I touch a pillow, I fell asleep immediately. Besides, it's similar as in military training, where if you're gonna force your body to, like, it's gonna take 1 or 2 weeks to adjust. But if you're gonna force your body to go to sleep at a certain time and wake up at a certain time, your body is gonna understand that this is the only time where you actually get rest. So your body will adjust to that schedule and then make the best out of that schedule. Like I once had a bet. When, like, I'm Muslim, so I'm not able to make any financial bets, sadly. However, I made a bet with someone about like my health. Like I went to some doctors and stuff like that because he didn't want to believe that the lifestyle I'm living is healthy. So he also bought me like WOP and Aura ring and stuff like that. And I also went to some doctors for like measurements. And even the Aura ring and the WOP have showcased that my sleep is at 100%, because I've trained my body that whenever I touch the pillow, I fall asleep immediately, and I'm immediately in REM sleep.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Just one more quick one. What's the reason? Is it just because time zones, mindset? Why do you
Both. Like, I have a weird thing. Again, you can call it whatever. I like it that way. I just get depressed if I don't work, and I have a lot of different businesses in a lot of different time zones. So in order, for example, for me to be able to give you guys the time for where you can book meetings for your own for your own convenience, I work on other businesses throughout the day in Dubai, and then in the evening I always handle the coachings.
That's my question.
And it's also productivity.
100% sleep, really?
Yeah. Sometimes it was 92, but 8% doesn't really make a difference.
That's very impressive. Okay, thank you, Mr.
You will be surprised, but you don't need that much food, or you don't need that much sleep. Like you have been just taught that you need a certain amount, and you quite literally believe what you've been told, for example, since you were a child. Because as an example, yes, if you were, let's say when you were going to school, and let's say you were playing games or something like that, and let's say you will stay awake till 6 and you will need to wake up at 8, you will actually go to sleep for those 2 hours, wake up at 8, and bring your ass to school, because you understood that otherwise, let's say your parents are gonna fucking beat the shit out of you, especially if you have Chinese parents. Was it Chinese or was it Korean?
Doesn't matter. But you do feel bad, no?
Chinese.
You do feel bad, no?
No, because your body adjusts at a certain time. Like I also eat very, very late. Like I will wake up at 10 and I only eat once a day, and it's like 6 p.m.
Tate does that too, right?
Don't know.
Intermittent fasting, like 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
All right. No, interesting.
But then you also need to like more or less listen to your body as well. But in order to do that properly, you will need to reset your body, which will be, for example, changing your sleep schedule, changing the way you eat, to a little like to reset it, so you can then actually figure out what does your body actually need. Because you have been just simply used to, let's say, eating at a certain time, going to sleep at a certain time, because you've been told that way, so you don't know any better. In order to actually figure out how to listen to your body, you will need to reset it and then readjust it with time.
So you need to optimize your own sleep schedule, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are also certain days where, for example, I don't sleep 3 days in a row. So after that, when I go to sleep, I sleep, for example, for let's say 8 to 10 hours. Because in that case, my body actually needs it. And again, this is something you can like learn your body to actually do.
Okay.
Because very often people don't struggle with not sleeping, but they're struggling with being productive while they don't sleep. because the only way how they normally stayed awake was, for example, binge watching some series, movies, or playing games. So like there, you're not actively using your brain. Does that answer your question?
That helps. Yeah.
How much do you sleep, Mr. Long Ching Chang Chong?
6, 8. You don't understand. I'm not even 18 yet. I'm still growing. I get a little.
How old are you?
I just turned 17.
With 17, 6 is good. Like you need a little bit more sleep, yes.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying does not apply to, well, when you're above 15, you can, the minimum you need to sleep is 6 hours. And it does not apply to women because women's body like needs to sleep more.
Yeah.
But like, for example, Waldo seems like, when you look at Waldo, you can think he sleeps like 10 to 12 hours.
I wish I had the time. I work 8, almost 9 hours a day.
Cute.
And then I have a routine of gym, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and then agency. That's it. That's pretty much it. And
You
then
can comfortably make it 16.
I sleep 6 to 8 hours. Actually, I started working at 7 a.m. until almost 5 p.m. That's pretty much it. And then at least I work only 4 days a week now. I do 35
Still,
hours.
you can comfortably sleep less. Like obviously it's gonna fuck with your brain for at least a week, but then your brain is gonna readjust to it.
Mm.
Like Kingston, yes. Like he needs to actually sleep that amount. Thank you, Long Ching Chang Chong. Okay, Marcus, then I see you tomorrow. If not, just speak to Ismail, but then literally just ask him, hey, can we train how to walk people through the presentation?
But I will do this homework, man. I will re I will do it.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Then I see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes, bye.